Let's discuss the summary of the lesson. The lesson begins with the two main characters, Adil and his mother. Adil, who used to be a very vibrant boy, and whenever he came back from school, used to narrate the stories to his mother, whatsoever had happened at school. But today, instead of discussing any story about the day at school with his mother, this time he seemed very quiet and rushed to his room. His mother, whose name is Mrs. Imran, noticed the change in his behavior as he used to discuss the stories with his mother. But this time he did not discuss anything and rushed towards his room. As he was normally very happy and loved school activities, that is why her mother, Mrs. Imran, wondered what had gone wrong with Adil. The reason for Adil's silence or sadness started with something very small. His classmates had found some embarrassing photos of Adil from a school farewell party. He was just having fun like any other student, but instead of keeping those photos private, his classmates shared them without asking him. This made Adil feel ashamed and upset. And Adil became devastated because he was a very vibrant boy, now felt like a shadow of himself. He no longer enjoyed school, lost interest in football, and began withdraw from his friends. Each day became a struggle for him because he got the constant ridicule and jeering remarks from his classmates. Going to school became the hardest thing for him, so he did not take interest in his studies, and his mother became very much worried about this situation because Adil became very silent and did not discuss anything with his mother. That is why his mother discussed that matter with his brother. The name of the brother is Muzammil. Things took darker when an older group of boys at school began to blackmail him. They threatened to release even more embarrassing content unless to give in to their demands. First his lunch, then his watch, and eventually money. This pressure became unbearable for Adil. The weight of it all crushed Adil's spirit and he sank into a deep, hopeless depression. In this way, in such a situation, Mrs. Imran discussed that matter with his brother, that is Muzammil. And Uncle Muzammil, what he did, he took Adil out for a walk to the nearby park and told him that he got there firm and steady support. He further assured that he would help Adil and no matter what the problem was, then he had the support of his family. At the end, Adil spoke out and shared his heart-rending story, which his Adil's uncle listened very attentively. Later, his uncle Muzammil gave him some guideline or guidance how to handle the situation and what had to be done next. Adil and his uncle said gently, understand this is something very difficult time for Adil, but what he must not suffer in silence. There are authorities that can help Adil deal with online bullying and harassment. So in this way, FIA, that is Federal Investigation Agency in Pakistan, who has a dedicated cybercrime wing, these authorities carried out by means of computer and they investigated cases related to online harassment, bullying, identifying theft, fraud, and many more activities related to fraud and cyberbullying. Adil's eyes widened when he got to know that his situation could be handled and he could come out of such a situation. So his eyes widened with a flicker of hope because he was very depressed and he was devastated, and he himself had an idea that he could not get out of such a situation. But he came out of such a situation just because of the cybercrime wing. The authorities took the matter very seriously and investigation began promptly. And we can also say that without Uncle Muzammil's intervention, Adil might have continued to suffer in silence. The bullying could have escalated, further leading to greater emotional and psychological damage. Adil may have felt even more isolated and unable to see a way out. His silence would have allowed bullies to continue their harassment unchecked. without the support of understanding and knowledgeable adult, that is Uncle Muzammil and his mother, the situation could have spiraled into something more dangerous with no one to guide Adil towards our situation. So as he discussed the situation with his mother, with his uncle, that is Uncle Muzammil, he came out of such a situation. So keeping pain and fear inside allows bullying to grow. Speaking up is the first step towards getting help and protection. Having someone help or support is a key factor, or like Uncle Muzammil can change everything. Adil's family support gave him strength to face his fears. There are official organizations like the FIA, Cybercrime Wing in Pakistan that deal with online harassment. Victims should know that they have legal options as well. Collecting evidence, screenshots, messages, dates help authorities take action effectively. School authorities need to be informed and involved to ensure a safe environment for the students. The bullies were punished, sending a clear message that online abuse is serious and not without repercussions. With support and action, Adil was able to recover, rebuild his confidence, and return to a normal life. Adil used his painful experience to help others by spreading awareness about cyberbullying and encouraging victims to speak up. These points highlight the importance of awareness, support, and action in taking cyberbullying and emotional trauma. So these are the main thing that we must keep in mind, that a person can come out of such a situation of cyberbullying and harassment, because a person must know that there are authorities, there is a department, that is FIA, that deals with online bullying, harassment, theft, fraud, and person can come out of such a situation because these are the authorities, and they really need to be informed and involved to ensure a safe environment, and they really did their best. And in this way, these official organizations like the FIA Cybercrime Wing dealt with such a situation, and Muzammil came to know that he also had a legal option and he could come out of such a situation, and as he had kept everything inside, and that were allowing bullying to grow. So in this way, by discussing the matter with the adult, with a knowledgeable and intelligent adult, he came out of such a situation, and the guidance of adult made Adil understand that cyberbullying and all harassment is a very bad thing, undoubtedly, but a person can come out of such a situation if he knows that there are legal options for a person as well. So this is the message of the whole lesson, that a person must know that there are legal options, that a person must not be threatened by online bullying, harassment, and all such messages, because there is a official department, that is FIA, that deals with cyber bullying and harassment. I hope that you have understood the summary of the lesson. Social media, a blessing or a curse.